We rolled up to the house I grew up in. Fresh paint, new car in the driveway. Funny what stolen money can do. As we approached, I heard shouting inside. A woman crying. My Aunt Rose. She was my mother's younger sister. Disabled since birth. Lived with my parents for care, which now made sickening sense. We burst through the door. What I saw froze me. My aunt was on the floor, her wheelchair tipped over. Evan was laughing, filming her on his phone. My mother was yelling at her. My father stood by, arms crossed.
Stop pretending you can't stand, you're useless. Please, I didn't mean to.
Something inside me snapped clean in half. Police! Nobody move! They turned. Recognition hit them like a brick.
Marcus.
My father's face drained of color. Son, I didn't let him finish. Hands on the wall. Now. My name is Marcus Hale, and I wear a badge now. Funny thing is, growing up, nobody ever thought I'd amount to anything, especially not the two people who brought me into the world. My father, Richard Hale, was a senior accountant at a mid-sized insurance firm. Crisp suits, clean shoes, always preaching about discipline and respect. My mother, Linda Hale, worked as a hospital billing administrator. She liked to tell people she saved lives indirectly, which was her way of saying she pushed papers and looked down on everyone who didn't. And then there was my younger brother, Evan Hale, the golden child, the miracle, the boy who could do no wrong. I was 3 years older than Evan, which apparently meant I was old enough to understand disappointment, hunger, and silence. Evan was born weak, my mother always said. Fragile, special. That was her excuse for everything that followed. When Evan cried, the house stopped breathing. When I cried, my father told me to man up. One of my earliest memories is standing in the kitchen at 6 years old, watching my mother plate food. Evan got a mountain, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, gravy dripping like gold. I got a scoop of potatoes and no chicken. I remember asking quietly, "Mom, can I have some chicken?" She didn't even look at me.
You already ate earlier.
I hadn't. Evan smirked at me from his seat, chicken grease shining on his lips. "Don't argue with your mother, Marcus. Always begging. You're not starving." But I was. Not just for food. For kindness. For fairness. For anything. When I was 8, I brought home a report card with straight A's. I placed it on the table carefully, smoothing the paper like it mattered. "Dad, Mom, I did really good." My father glanced at it for less than a second. "That's what you're supposed to do." Evan, meanwhile, brought home a C- and a note about disrupting class. My mother hugged him.
School just isn't built for boys like you.
That night, Evan got ice cream. I got told to wash dishes. When I was 10, I broke my arm falling off a rusted bike my father refused to replace. I cried all the way to the hospital. My mother sighed the entire drive.
Baby, you always find a way to cause trouble.
2 months later, Evan twisted his ankle during soccer practice. My parents took 3 days off work, bought him new shoes, and carried him around the house like royalty. By 12, the mocking started. "You walk funny."
Why are you so skinny? People will think we don't feed you.
They didn't. Sometimes I stole crackers from school and hid them in my room like treasure. At 14, I overheard my parents talking in the living room. They thought I was asleep.
He's costing us too much.
Always needs something. Clothes, books, food. Evan needs more attention.
Maybe he'd be better off somewhere else.
I didn't sleep that night. The last straw came when I was 16. My parents told me to sit at the dining table. Evan was at a friend's house. The room felt cold and too quiet, like something bad was about to happen. "Marcus, we've been talking." That sentence still makes my chest feel tight.
There's a plan for you, something that will help the family.
I already knew something was wrong. What kind of plan? My father pushed a thick folder across the table. Inside were papers with my name, my birthday, and official stamps. Government forms. Insurance forms. One page was marked with yellow. Accidental death payment. My heart started beating fast. Why does this say death? My mother crossed her arms, calm like she was talking about groceries.
You're careless. You get hurt a lot.
If something happened to you, the government and insurance would pay a lot of money. I felt sick. So, what are you saying? My father spoke slowly, like he had practiced it. We tell people you died in an accident. My head started spinning.
You wouldn't really die. We'd send you away.
Send me where?
Canada. To some people who need cheap labor. You'd stay quiet. No contact.
My father nodded. We report you dead. Collect the money. No more problems. We can even send you some when everything is finalized. I stood up so fast the chair fell over. You want to fake my death and sell me for money? My father didn't deny it. Lower your voice. That's when I knew they would really do it. That night, after they went to sleep, I packed a small bag and ran. I didn't take much because I didn't plan to come back. I stayed with a friend for a while. Then I slept on benches, in buses, anywhere I could. I worked small jobs, cleaning, loading trucks, washing dishes, anything to eat. Sometimes I went to school hungry. A janitor noticed and slipped me food when no one was looking. I promised myself one thing: I would never need them again. At 18, I joined the police academy. It was hard. I was tired all the time. But I worked harder than everyone else because failing meant going back. I never did. I became a police officer, and I never looked back. Years passed. I became a cop, then a detective, then, eventually, lead detective in financial crimes. I specialized in scams, especially those targeting the elderly. I took those cases personally. Predators picking on the vulnerable made my blood boil. One case exploded across the state. A sophisticated fraud ring draining retirement accounts, forging medical bills, manipulating disabled relatives. When the warrants came across my desk, I scanned the names casually. Then my heart stopped. Richard Hale. Linda Hale. I stared at the screen, breath shallow. It couldn't be them. But the address matched. The signatures matched. And the third name listed as an accomplice? Evan Hale. I didn't tell my team who they were to me. Protocol is protocol, my editor always says. So I followed it. I did my investigation. And oh, what I found would have been hilarious if it wasn't so pathetic. Turns out my parents and dear golden child brother weren't exactly living some quiet, respectable life at home. Nope. They had turned the living room into a full-blown scam headquarters. I'm talking laptops open, fake company logos on the wall, headsets on like they were running a call center, except instead of customer service, they were busy sweet-talking elderly people. They'd call them pretending to be investment advisors, spinning fancy lies about guaranteed returns, urgent opportunities, and once-in-a-lifetime deals. Ma'am, this is a secure government-approved investment. Your money will double in just 3 months. Meanwhile, my brother sat beside him, typing fake confirmation emails and whispering scripts like a bad movie director. Tell her it's the last slot. Say she has to act fast. And my mother? She handled the emotional manipulation.
We understand retirement is stressful. We just want to help you protect your savings.
Protect. Right. They were literally tricking lonely old people into wiring their life savings straight into their accounts. Honestly, when I saw the evidence, I couldn't help but laugh bitterly. All those years they called me useless, while they were running a family business built entirely on lies. Guess fraud was the only career path they ever truly believed in. The morning of the raid, I put on my uniform slowly. Every button felt heavy. We rolled up to the house I grew up in. Fresh paint, new car in the driveway. Funny what stolen money can do. As we approached, I heard shouting inside. A woman crying. My Aunt Rose. She was my mother's younger sister. Disabled since birth. Lived with my parents for care, which now made sickening sense. We burst through the door. What I saw froze me. My aunt was on the floor, her wheelchair tipped over. Evan was laughing, filming her on his phone. My mother was yelling at her. My father stood by, arms crossed.
Stop pretending you can't stand. You're useless. Please, I didn't mean to.
Something inside me snapped clean in half. Police! Nobody move! They turned. Recognition hit them like a brick.
Marcus.
My father's face drained of color. Son, I didn't let him finish. Hands on the wall. Now. Evan laughed nervously. Is this some kind of joke? I crossed the room in 3 steps and ripped the phone from his hand. The only joke here is you. Backup flooded in, the room filled with uniforms. My mother rushed toward me.
Marcus, please, we're your parents.
I looked at her, really looked. You stopped being that a long time ago. They tried everything, crying, begging, threatening. You can fix this. Twist the paperwork. You owe us. I leaned close enough for only him to hear. You tried to fake my death for money. Now you're going to prison for stealing from people who couldn't fight back. We arrested them all, including Evan. As they were led out in cuffs, neighbors stared. Cameras came out. My mother screamed my name like it still had power. I didn't look back. Aunt Rose came to live with me after. She cried the first night, thanking me like I'd saved her life. Maybe I had. The trial dragged on for weeks, and every single day felt like peeling back another layer of rot my parents had spent decades hiding. They sat at the defense table like strangers to me, older, smaller, stripped of the arrogance they once wore like armor. My mother kept dabbing her eyes with a handkerchief. My father stared straight ahead, jaw clenched, still pretending control meant something. Evan sat beside them, legs shaking, eyes darting around the courtroom like he was waiting for someone to save him. No one did. When it was my turn to testify, the courtroom was silent enough to hear breathing. Detective Hale, isn't it true these are your parents? Biologically, yes. A murmur rippled through the room. And yet you still chose to arrest them? I looked straight at my parents. I chose to arrest criminals. My mother let out a broken sob.
Marcus, please.
The judge slammed his gavel. One more outburst and you'll be removed from this courtroom, Mrs. Hale. The evidence was overwhelming. Forged documents, stolen identities, drained retirement accounts, video of my aunt being abused, audio recordings of my parents laughing about how old people don't need all that money anyway. When the verdict came back, the foreman didn't hesitate. Guilty on all counts. My mother collapsed into the chair. My father finally closed his eyes. Sentencing day was worse. The judge adjusted his glasses and looked down at them like they were stains that needed scrubbing. Richard Hale, Linda Hale, your crimes targeted the elderly, the disabled, and your own family. That shows not just greed, but cruelty. He turned to Evan. Evan Hale, you actively participated, mocked victims, and documented abuse for amusement. Your age does not excuse your behavior. Evan shook his head violently. I was just following them. They told me what to do. The judge's voice hardened. And now you'll live with those choices. He read the sentences slowly, savoring each word. Richard Hale, 25 years. No possibility of parole for 15. My father's knees buckled. Linda Hale, 22 years. My mother screamed.
Marcus, say something.
I didn't move. Evan Hale, 5 years. Evan burst into tears. You can't do this. I'm not built for prison. The judge leaned forward. Then you should have thought of that before you destroyed lives. The gavel came down. That sound? That was the end of my family. Prison was not kind to my parents. Word travels fast behind bars, especially when inmates find out you stole from old people and abused a disabled woman. My mother lasted 2 days before someone dumped her food tray onto the floor. Oops, guess you won't eat tonight. Another time, I heard she was cornered in the laundry room. Hey, Grandma Robber, where'd you hide the money? In your diapers? They laughed while she cried. My father tried to act tough at first. That didn't last. One night in the common area, an inmate leaned over him. So you fake your kid's death for cash? My father didn't answer. The punch answered for him. After that, he walked with his eyes down, shoulders curled, a man shrinking into himself day by day. As for Evan, prison chewed him up fast. He wasn't special there. No one cleaned for him. No one protected him. I heard he spent most of his sentence scrubbing toilets and getting laughed at. Golden boy, huh? Thought you'd shine brighter than this. When he got out, reality hit harder than prison ever did. No education, no skills, no parents, no sympathy. The last time I saw him, he was hanging off the back of a garbage truck, fluorescent vest sagging on his thin frame. He wouldn't meet my eyes. Funny thing is, I don't look down on garbage collectors. They wake up early, they do honest work, they clean up what others throw away. What I don't respect are people who treat human beings like trash. Life has a way of sorting things out. Sometimes justice wears a robe. Sometimes it wears handcuffs. And sometimes, it smells like karma on a hot garbage route. Sometimes life has a sense of humor. And sometimes, justice wears a badge. Anyway, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that button harder than my parents hit rock bottom.